Good evening, officers and members of the Clinton Rotary Club, members of the school committee, teachers of Clinton High School, fellow students. My name is Giselle Morataya, and it is my honor and privilege to serve as your director for this solemn induction ceremony. Will you please stand or please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be led by Daisy Campos.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Thank you, Daisy. I would like to introduce our National Honor Society President, Ms. Ellie Gaughan.
Good evening. I'd like to extend a warm welcome to the friends, family, Rotarians, current National Honor Society members, and new inductees here tonight. This is an exciting event for all of us, and I thank you for coming. We are not only here to say goodbye to our graduating seniors, but also to welcome a new class of National Honor Society members. As you will soon learn, being an NHS is a lot more than having a library pass. It's a community that encourages you to be the best version of yourself. As you work to exemplify the qualities of character, scholarship, leadership, and service, you will improve both your own life and the lives of those around you. As a senior, I can assure you that these next few years will go by quickly. I implore you to make the most of your status as a member of the National Honor Society during this time. Volunteer at school events in the annual pancake breakfast, run for office, and definitely utilize your library pass. To my fellow seniors, I encourage you to continue to practice the 4 pillars of National Honor Society as we enter the next stage in our lives. They have served us well this far and will be crucial to our success in the future, whatever our endeavors may be. Once again, thank you to everyone for coming, and congratulations to both the new inductees and the graduating seniors.
Thank you, Ellie. The symbol of our society, the flaming torch, will be lit by Maria Lemus Malera.
Can we get a Mac?
You got it, girl. Well, we should have tested this out. We did. That's kind of...
Bride, that's the cake.
Thank you, Maria. I would like to introduce our superintendent, Dr. Stephen Meyer.
Good evening. So when I was getting ready for this speech tonight, I went and I dug out my old NHS pin, and I was thinking about when I was in high school. And when I was in high school, my friends and I, we really wanted to be in NHS. It was a big deal. But really, the reason it was such a big deal was because in my high school, you got a little gold sticker on your diploma when you graduated with NHS. And that was the only accolade you could get on your diploma. So it became, sort of a pride thing. You wanted to make sure that you could get in NHS so you could get that sticker. And when I kind of reflected on that, you realize that it's really a selfish reason to want to become a member of National Honor Society. And I think that, when you think back at it, at that time, I didn't really understand what NHS was about. And, it was something that you kind of knew looked good when you were applying to colleges. But that was about all you really knew about it. And it wasn't until you actually kind of get into it that you realize the tenets: character, scholarship, leadership, and service. And realize as you go through it that those tenets they're not just hurdles to kind of make sure that you get into NHS. They're really principles that you should be able to live your life by. And I'll just talk briefly about some of those. So character. I think character is such an important tenet of NHS. And When I think of character, I think it's sort of, what are you doing when no one's looking? Okay, what are your actions? What are you saying to people? And I think now more than ever, that's a huge thing to keep in mind as you go through life. I think with social media, it's too easy now to feel like no one's looking, right? You could be sitting alone in your living room on your phone, and it seems like no one's looking, and you can post and do whatever you want. But the truth is, everyone's looking, right? So you want to make sure that you're staying true to yourself and making sure that your actions and your words reflect your character as you go through life. For scholarship, scholarship is more than just grades. You really need to become a scholar, a lifelong learner as you go through. The most important thing you can take away from school is how to learn, right? The information changes so fast nowadays. The technology, the programs, the different pieces of equipment, by the time you get something in a store, it's already obsolete. There's 2 more versions that are already in development. So you need to make sure that you're continually able to learn throughout your life. And we have access to so much information now that you really need to learn how to digest that information, separate fact from fiction, and understand how you can use that information to reflect and make yourself better as you go through life. Leadership. Leadership, I think too often when we think of leadership, we think of, you joined a club and you became the treasurer or something like that so you could put it on your application. But leadership takes many, many forms, okay? I know I'm in a position of leadership, but I think really my most important leadership role is being a father to my 2 young sons. And I think that, being part of being a good leader is having a vision and trying to motivate people to realize that vision. So as a father, it's my job to make sure, I kind of have this vision of who I want my sons to grow up to be, and I need to model that behavior, and I need to teach them lessons to guide them along that path. So there are always opportunities to be a role model as leader by doing what's right, whether it's with your peers, whether it's with younger students or siblings or colleagues. And service. Service is another one of those things you don't want to, once you graduate and you no longer have to report your volunteer hours, service is something that you want to continue throughout your life. Whether that's in a formal capacity, joining a service organization such as the Rotary, or more informal, just doing those little things that can help people in need. People who can't help themselves, people who might just need a little assistance. It could be shoveling in your neighbor's driveway or giving someone a meal. But reaching out and helping someone else, that could be just that little bit of help that they need to get back on their feet. And by giving of yourself, when you're willing and able to do so, you're going to be able to help make a better community. So to the seniors, congratulations. You guys are a few weeks away from graduating. You should be very proud of your accomplishments. I hope that you would take the tenets of National Honor Society with you as you leave Clinton High School and go on to your future endeavors. To the inductees, congratulations to you. You guys are off to a great start. Hopefully, as you continue to learn about these tenets and embody them throughout the rest of your high school career and into your life after high school. And finally, to all the family and friends and teachers in the audience, congratulations to you as well. You should be proud of the impact that you've had on the lives of these amazing students. All of these students have been shaped by, various people throughout the course of their lives, and probably everyone in this room has played some important part in helping these young adults become the people that they are today. So lastly, I just say to all the NHS members, when we're going through this ceremony tonight, maybe reflect on someone in your life who has helped you to get where you are today. Someone who maybe guided you, made you do your homework, or wouldn't let you quit that team, or did something like that helped you become the person you are today. and make sure you give them a thank you. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week when you see them, but just think about one person at least that's helped you get where you are today, and make sure you thank that one person. Congratulations, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Meyer. I would now like to introduce the president of the Clinton Rotary Club, Mrs. Melinda Hajia.
Good evening, National Honor Society graduates, faculty, parents, grandparents, relatives, friends, and fellow Rotarians. My name is Melinda Hajia. I am the president of the Clinton Rotary Club, and I'm honored to be here today. I contemplated what to say to you today, wanting to speak from my mind as well as my heart. I searched for what important lessons I have learned since my graduation. I'm a banker, not a speaker. I can speak to interest rate, loans, and banking products, but what insight do I have to offer regarding life lessons? Your siblings can stay out later than you because they are older. I guess you can say that insight comes with age, and well, I'm definitely older than you. So on this important day, I want to share two stories and the lessons that they have taught me. My first story is regarding decisions and consequences. I was born to an ethnically Greek family residing in Albania. Up until 1992, Albania was governed by a socialist regime. There was no freedom of speech, the private sector did not exist, and everything was owned by the government. The school system was challenging and regulated, but free. However, the admissions were very limited, and every spot had to be earned and maintained. 1 month a year for 8 years throughout high school and college, every student was required to pass a military training regimen, basically boot camp. The training was designed to simulate wartime. I was 18 years old at the end of my first year of college with 1 week of boot camp remaining. So far, I had a successful first year of college, and it would be over in 1 week. The last week of the boot camp involved an exercise of running up a very steep hill, wearing gas masks in hot weather. We were on a timer and had to make it to the top of the hill. Being tired, complaints began to ring out about the heat, which coupled with the uniforms and the gas mask was becoming more and more unbearable. A person from the group came up with the idea to disconnect the tube that went from the gas mask to the respirator box, making it easier to breathe. I was reluctant at first, however, gave in to the idea. We unscrewed the tube, and the run became a lot easier as the unfiltered air began to run through the mask. Little did we know that the commanding officer noticed that our pace had accelerated and the complaints subsided. He came to check our gas mask and found out that they have been unscrewed. He stopped us and said that we had failed boot camp and that he would make a recommendation to expel us from college. Saying the next week was stressful would be an understatement, as my college aspirations seemed bleak. Fortunately, due to our performance throughout the year in college, we were given a second chance. We were not expelled, but had to repeat boot camp in the summertime. So what did I learn from this experience? I learned to not succumb to pressure from others, to speak up, make my own decisions, even when they are unpopular. I learned that decisions have consequences and to think about the repercussions of my decisions 5 years from now and not 5 minutes from now. I learned that success can lead to great failures, such as arrogance and a willingness to take shortcuts. But in contrast, failure can lead to great success, such as humility and hard work. My second story is about laws change and adaptability. I was working at the National Commercial Bank of Albania after completing my master's in economics. Working there was a privilege earned with hard work and results. I had received a promotion to run the letter of credit and foreign exchange department. I loved my job, and I was happy and proud that all the hard work had paid off. Little did I know at that time how things would change. The Eastern European countries, including Albania, began the revolt against socialism. There were raids, violence, political unrest, and economic pressure throughout the country, which was even more prevalent in Tirana, the capital of Albania. The country we once knew was moving towards a democratic society. As is unfortunately the case with transitioning democracies, the political, economic, and social environment was volatile. Many ask me why I made the decision to come to the United States. There were many factors that I considered before leaving, but I knew I had to leave when a bullet flew through the living room window, nearly striking my daughter in the head. I knew we had to leave everything behind, our families, friends, homes, and careers. We had to start a new life. However, I was no longer the 22-year-old college graduate that could just pack and leave. I was a mother of 2 children, my son 7 and my daughter 3. We left Albania and came to the US. It was a shock in every regard, economic, cultural, environmental, etc. We had no support system, no family and friends. English was a language that I heavily studied in Albania, but I hadn't yet learned that there was a difference between English and American English. I couldn't pursue the career I had started and I loved because every job that I qualified for was located in big cities and required references, which I didn't have. I had a family to take care, and that was my #1 responsibility. My career aspirations were on pause. I felt the loss of many years of hard work and investment. I spent hours questioning, doubting, uncertain of the future. Eventually, I mustered the courage to go back to school and finish another MBA in the United States. I started working for Clinton Savings Bank, and I was embraced by amazing professionals and coworkers who made me feel at home. I became a member of the Clinton Rotary Club, where I found compassionate, helpful, and willing people that give back to the community. I found a community that defines what it is to be an American, a willingness to accept and help others. What did I learn from this portion of my life? I learned to embrace change, or at least smile at it once in a while. I learned to mourn the losses, but to get back in the game, to keep walking the road and work hard. And most importantly, I learned to free myself from self-doubt and not to be so preoccupied with the past that I forget how to live in the present and to grow in the future. I hope that even you don't remember a single word of mine. You remember these words. You can Google for an answer. You can Google for a mate. You can Google for a career. Heck, you can even Google what quote to include in a graduation speech. But you cannot Google to find what's in your heart, the passion that lifts you skyward. From the bottom of my heart, and in the name of the Clinton Rotary Club, I wish you success and the courage to follow your heart and intuition. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Mrs. Hajia. The symbol of the National Honor Society is the Keystone and flaming torch. At the base of the Keystone are the letters C, S, L, and S, which represent the 4 principles of the society. The Keystone forms the base and holds the perfect arch of stability, just like our education that must be held firm and true to the purpose of life by the virtues represented in this symbol. The purpose of the National Honor Society is to encourage high character, scholarship, leadership, and service. The first of these characters will be discussed by our Vice President, Ms. Marie Curell.
Character is one's own mental and moral qualities, the thoughts and ideas of how they must act. It is built upon qualities such as patience, gratitude, valor, and the simplicity of appreciating what is present in your life, such as friends, family, or even the fact that it is finally getting warm outside. However, character is indeed unique to each person. Everyone is granted the opportunity to shape themselves however they want. This is oftentimes influenced by surroundings or what others say. A sign of strong character is embodied in the resistance to shape your mindset based on those around you. By resisting the urge to snap at everyone around you on a bad day, you reflect proactive qualities which build character. With this right comes the responsibility of ensuring that as people, we all strive to better and build our character. Character at its best can be a positive driving force that colors you unique, which can open doors to many opportunities. This, too, is something completely different to each individual. For one, a sign of a strong character can be as simple as attempting to put a smile on someone else's face. To conclude, character is what pushes us forward and what makes us act. A strong sense of character is the foundation of a successful individual. Thank you.
Thank you, Marie. The second principle of the National Honor Society Scholarship will be explained by our secretary, Ms. Cynthia Bacallo.
Thank you all for coming tonight. One of the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society is scholarship. Scholarship is your academic achievement, and I would like to congratulate everyone in the National Honor Society and those being inducted today for their commitment to learning and efforts they're put into their education. Every accomplishment starts with a decision to try. An academic achievement is something that requires a lot of hard work and determination. To be a scholar doesn't necessarily mean getting straight A's, but pushing yourself to your greatest potential and trying your best, the best you can in your academics. It's displaying a love for learning and enriching your mind with knowledge. A person can look back on time spent in school, and a person that can look back on time well spent in school is someone that can look forward to incredible opportunities in their future. Scholarship is something that we should all be proud of and deserve recognition for. I hope that all those being inducted tonight continue to work hard to increase their knowledge, and those leaving search for a passion they can pursue and love. I congratulate you all on your academic success so far and wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you, Cynthia. The third principle, leadership, will be evaluated by our historian, Mr. Smeet Patel.
Today, we find ourselves in a room filled with students who possess an incredible drive for excellence. You all exemplify continual sacrifice, the sole price of leadership. Leaders are born and leaders are made, yet regardless of origin, I see a room of leaders. Those who are probable to serve are destined to lead. You've all reached a requirement of volunteering hours, yet your work is more than a number. Countless hours of your own time have been given to better the lives of others. In doing so, you all represent the pillar of leadership. Leadership, however, is not being elected and waving around a new title. It is a characteristic of humanity. No office nor position can make you a leader, but what you've accomplished to earn a seat in the National Honor Society certainly does. If change can be seen, it is visible here. The success of a leader is measured by the success of others. We all have a community that we belong to, something we have to look after. Your hard work does not end tonight. Continue what you have all started to ensure our world never stops getting better. Greet each and every difficulty as opportunity, just as the leaders you are. Thank you.
Thank you, Smeet. The fourth tenet of the Society, service, will be interpreted by Treasurer Mr. Sam Gaughan.
Thank you all for coming to celebrate the induction of the new members of the National Honor Society. I think I speak for us all when I say that we would not be here without the support we have received from our families and friends, and I know that we all appreciate what you do for us. One of the most profound pillars of the National Honor Society is service. As active members of our community, each member of NHS has a duty to commit themselves to helping those in need. Whether it be volunteering to help school events run smoothly, or reaching out to one of the various community organizations in need of workers, each member must learn to serve the community at large, even when it is inconvenient. In helping those around us, we seniors have all developed into more considerate and understanding members of society. Dedicating ourselves to serving those in need has allowed us to learn more about ourselves and to develop the skills that we will need to make an impact on the world in the future. I hope that the new members of the National Honor Society find that the service requirement is not a hindrance or a meaningless task, but an opportunity to grow. Having an open mind and a positive attitude will go far in life and will enable you to take as much out of community service as possible. Thank you all again for coming, and I wish the new inductees the best of luck in your future endeavors.
Thank you, Sam. The recognition of seniors and the pledge of the National Honor Society will be administered by our principal, Mr. Hastings. The pins will be presented by Miss Riley Scanlon and Miss Kaylee O'Malley. The flowers will be presented by Miss Kelly Perfetto and Miss Natercia Bacalo.
Before we recognize our seniors and induct our new students into the National Honor Society, it always seems this evening one group can be kind of left to the side, and I don't think that that's really a good idea because they work hard to maintain their GPAs and also their service to the community and as members of the National Honor Society. So even though we recognize the seniors and the sophomores, I really do want to recognize our juniors present here this evening. Good job. And also, in the sincerest, deepest gratitude, I want to recognize also this year's advisor to the National Honor Society, her first year, and she's done a wonderful, wonderful job, and she put this ceremony together this evening, Michelle Elliott. Michelle. The seniors being recognized. As I call their name, I will ask them to please stand. I will announce their names, the college to which they will be attending in September, and also their major. Samantha Andrade, University of Massachusetts, Amherst, Animal Science, Pre-Vet. Cynthia Bacalo, University of Connecticut, Storrs, Nursing. Natercia Bacalo, University of Massachusetts, Amherst, Biology and Pre-Med. Abigail Burke, Framingham State University, Nutrition. Daisy Campos, Worcester State University, History and Criminal Justice. Marie Curiel, Simmons College, Biology and Pre-Med. Audra Doolin, Hofstra University, Early Childhood Education and Psychology. Alicia Fideli, Westfield State University, Criminal Justice. Ellen Gaughan, Barnard College of Columbia University, Political Science and Pre-Law. Jocelyn Grammett, State University of New York, Colliskill, Animal Science and Pre-Vet. Jade Hildebrand, Oakland University, Computer Systems Engineering. Tessa Howlett, Worcester State University, Nursing. Chloe Joseph, Bridgewater State University, Accounting. Amy Lamar, Worcester State University, Biology and Pre-Med. Maria Lemus Milada, Assumption College, undecided. Hope Mackey, Worcester State University, Nursing. Samuel McGowan, Harvard University, Economics. Kaylee O'Malley, Simmons College, Neuroscience Behavior, Pre-Med. Kelly Perfetto, Worcester Polytechnical Institute, Mechanical Engineering. Riley Scanlon, College of the Holy Cross, Biology and Pre-Med. Shannon Scollard, University of New Hampshire, Psychology. Emily Stone, Fitchburg State University, Communications Media. Katie Grimley, Lesley University, Psychology. Rochelle Maservi, Anna Maria College, Music Education. Giselle Morataya, Fitchburg State University, Nursing. Daniel Navas, Quinsigamon Community College, Biology. And Maria Vargas, University of Massachusetts Lowell, Biology, Pre-Med. A lot of doctors in the house. Congratulations to you and the best of luck. We will now be holding the National Honor Society Pledge for our new inductees. Those students who are to be inducted, please stand. We've practiced this. Please repeat after me. I pledge myself to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society, to which I have been selected, striving in every way, by word and deed, to make its ideals the ideals of my school and of my life. I will be true to the principles for which it stands, and will maintain and encourage the high standards of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. Congratulations. The new inductees will now be called by name to come and receive their pin as reception into the National Honor Society. Nisi Baez. Emily Bolio. Aaliyah Brown. Caroline Burns. Regan Casasanto. Angel Colon, who is absent this evening. Patrick Conroy. Richard Corelli. Jacob Cronin. Elizabeth Cermak. Ellie Delori. Anya Frisch. Regan Gannon. Jillian Gareffi. Robert Gibbons. John Habib. Matthew Ross. Emily Jordan. Galen Kittle. Andy Leka. Nathan Lipka. Matthew Lowe. Luis Montero. Ricardo Morales. Lily Morin. Charles Murphy. Jazzy Niles. Ashley Nozick. Justin O'Toole. Jonathan Ramos. Arianes Rodriguez. Abednego Rondina. Jenna Russo. Mason Taylor. Matthew Ward. Elizabeth Windsor. Katerina Zahariadis. Our new inductees, ladies and gentlemen. I would just like to echo the words of Dr. Meyer, and congratulations to the students, obviously, but also to the parents and grandparents who gave those many hours each and every night from the beginning to teach them the study habits and the importance of service to others. Quiero agradecer a todos y felicitar a los padres y abuelos por sembrar la semilla de educación, la importancia de servicio en la comunidad. Felicidades a todos. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Hastings, Riley, Kaylee, Kelly, and Atercia. We would like to extend an invitation to our new inductees, their parents, and guests to a reception in the cafeteria, which will be held immediately following the conclusion of our ceremony. We wish to thank you for joining us this evening for the 68th Annual Induction Ceremony of the Rotary Club-sponsored chapter of the Clinton High School National Honor Society. The program will be closed with the singing of God Bless America. I would ask that at the conclusion of this song, you remain standing as the National Honor Society members and the members of the Clinton Rotary Club leave the auditorium. Please stand.